Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to show you how I made this DIY platform bed. I first started off by screwing in these 5 3/4 2x4 pieces in between my 2x8s. I'll have all the measurements and the instructions in the description below. Here you'll see me just trying to evenly space out these 2x4 pieces in between the 2x8s so that we have a nice support system for the bed. You just see me trying to evenly space them out so that I could get the 6 pieces in between the boards. It got really hot, so I decided to take my little house slippers off and throw them in the hall. And continue screwing in these boards. So once I had all those pieces screwed in, I was going to go ahead and put one of my scrap pieces of board in between those 2x8s just to give it a little more support. I realized that they did not fit in between there, so I wasn't able to use them. I don't own any kind of real cutting machinery other than my jigsaw, so I didn't have an opportunity to cut those down to put in, but that was fine. Here I'm just measuring the distance of the size of mattress that I'm going to be using, which is a double mattress. I measured how far apart I wanted to set these boards, and then I just set the distance between them, and then started bringing in the top pieces of board, which is going to be the actual bed. And for these, I use just some 1x7 pieces. You could use whatever is available for you, whatever you'd like, thicker boards, thinner boards. It's really all up to you. So first I had just decided to space the boards across the bed, but I didn't end up liking how that looked and decided to just end up stacking them closer together all the way across the bed. This board that you see me screwing in here is just to set the distance of the bed and keep it in place while I screw on the top portions of the board. And now that that first board is on, I'm going to start screwing them in. I just wanted to set the distance to make sure that they were even on both sides. Once both sides were even, I made sure that it was level and started screwing in the boards. So each plank got 4 screws initially to hold them in. I did find this was sturdy, but some of them I went back in and put a little extra screws in it as they were starting to flex a little bit. But overall, the design ended up being very strong. And because I didn't have any help, I had to use these clamps to hold the boards in place as I screwed them in. They were awesome. So shout out to my cousin Jason for lending them to me, as well as this cordless drill. It really helped things move along very fast. Here you can see my other cousin, Tiana, stopped in. She didn't help, but she stopped in to watch me build the bed. So as you can see, I'm just lining up the boards, clamping them in, and then screwing them in. So you guys get the gist of it. It's just putting the boards in place, clamping them down, and screwing them in. And you're going to repeat this until you're almost to the end. When you still have a couple of boards to put in, that's when you're going to stop, because this is where you're going to put in your headboard post. For me, I had a little trouble getting my headboard posts screwed down, just as I didn't have an extra pair of hands to actually hold it in place, and it's a little difficult to do, but not impossible. So here you'll see that I'm cutting out just pieces that will go around the headboard. So the same planks that you're going to put on the bed, you cut out the piece that fits around the headboard so that it fits nice and snug up against it. So that's what I'm doing here, just cutting small pieces out that I had measured to set the distance of where the headboard's actually going to be in between there. So once I had everything cut, I vacuumed